Hey there guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So Sephora is gracing us again with yet another VIB sale and I'm so excited. This is the traditional one I believe and it's actually going on for about like 2 or 3 weekends. I will leave all the information on the screen and in the description box down below. I really wanted to share with you guys some recommendations. I feel like I just did a VIB recommendations video, but this one I wanted to be a little bit different. I didn't want it to be the same continuous stuff because there hasn't been many launches that have came out recently that I've just been very pumped about. So I thought I would do a VIB recommendations video that was like if I was shopping at Sephora for the first time. And I thought it was very interesting because a lot of people are going to be taking advantage of this sale as their first time to get like a big purchase from Sephora, or if you're just starting out in makeup, this is a really great video to go with. So that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. Also, this time around, I will be doing a haul after the sale has ended a couple weeks out, so stay tuned for that. And let me know in the comments down below what products that you'll be picking up during the sale. I would love to know, maybe add some to my shopping list. And while you're at it, make sure you guys go ahead and give this video a huge thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can stay notified for all my latest uploads. Okay, so if you are an avid viewer of my channel, some of these are going to be pretty obvious. I'm going to be real with you real quick. This is like the best sellers list in my opinion. You know, like this is like my top favorite products really. If you want to know what my favorite product was in every single category, this is the video to watch. So for primer, one that I would definitely recommend picking up is the Smashbox Primerizer. This is a really great primer for oily and dry skin combo, normal skin as well too. But I really like it for oily skin because it can act as your moisturizer and your primer as one. So if you are the kind of person that doesn't really like to fuss around, you don't like to have too many steps in your makeup or skincare routine, this is a great product to work with. It's very similar, I think, to the Glossier Priming Moisturizer, but thinner in texture. So I think that's one reason why oily skin can use it. Dry skin people, you're gonna love this as well. However, if you have severely dry or dehydrated skin, I would probably add in another moisturizer underneath it just to get the extra boost of hydration. But other than that, I think this is a universal primer that really looks great on 10 skin types. It makes your skin look very hydrated and gives a natural glow from underneath your foundation. For foundation, it's probably pretty obvious what my favorite one is. It's the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. I've been loving this one for quite some time now. Typically, I do still love the YSL All Hours foundation. However, it does have a hefty price tag. So if you want to splurge and you want to take advantage of that 20%, go ahead and get that one because it is $60. But I do love the NARS one. It's still expensive, but I think that it's a very good dupe of it. And it personally makes my skin look very, very flawless. Since it is a silicone-based foundation, it is going to fill in all your pores and give you that even airbrush finish. It also is a little bit more buildable in the formula than the YSL one is. The YSL one's like complete full coverage. You can't really sheer it out. Whereas this one's medium to full, so you can definitely build it up where you want it or sheer it out where you feel like your skin looks beautiful and you don't want to cover it up. I also like the demi matte finish that it has, so dry skin people can use it if they want to use like a more matter foundation and not have too much of a glow. But also oily skin people can use it if you're wanting to get a matte foundation with a touch of glow to it, almost looking very natural in your skin, like your skin just perfected. For concealer, the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. This one and I, we are true lovers. It has completely just replaced my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I used to rave about that one, but then this love of my life came into the picture and it's honestly been my go-to concealer for everyday wear. It's really great because it's very flexible. That's why it's called Flex Concealer, so it doesn't really crease too badly. I do have to set underneath my eyes with powder when I use it because I do have very bad wrinkles underneath my eyes. That's what I get for not using eye cream most of my life. But I really like it because I can use it underneath my eyes and it's still lightweight enough that it will cover my dark circles and it won't crease too badly. I also can use it on spots if I need extra coverage because it's so high in pigmentation, and I can wear it all day and it won't get crepey or really dry and dehydrated and make my eyes look like I'm the Crypt Keeper in any way. It's a really great concealer and I would highly recommend it. So I'm trying not to sound like a broken record because I feel like I am already, but I know since Charlotte Tilbury has now hit Sephora, it's a huge freaking deal. You guys know, if you watch my channel, I love Charlotte Tilbury products. From what I've tried, nothing has disappointed me yet. Everything is the tits. It's amazing. I highly recommend getting your hands on anything from her line. You will love it. But two products that I really want to shout out that I think anybody can wear and anybody can use are her Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder and then her Filmstar Bronze and Glow Kits. Charlotte Tilbury is a more expensive brand, so I definitely recommend getting your hands on some of her products during the sale just to save you a little bit of blow to your wallet, because it's a pretty penny. She is definitely a very luxury brand, but her Micro Finish Powder is a beautiful one. I love using this, and I feel like it does a great job at controlling my oil throughout the entire day. It also fills in any pores, and it just really looks very lightweight. It doesn't make my skin look too cakey, and it doesn't feel too heavy either. I feel like I can apply this with a brush and with a beauty sponge as well. Both of the applications look really great. I don't like using this underneath the eyes though, because I feel like it is a little bit too heavy for underneath there. However, for the rest of the face, I think it's a beautiful, very finely milled powder. I will say this powder also does come in 3 colors, so if you're the kind of person where you like to wear a foundation powder over top of your foundation, but you don't like the feeling of wearing that much powder, this is a good one to go for. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if it does. Then I have Charlotte Tilbury's Filmstar Bronze and Glow, and let me tell you, if you were going to get anything, I would definitely recommend this one, purely because this is my favorite contouring bronzer to use and highlighter to use when I'm traveling and just every single day, because the contour or bronze shade, however you want to describe it, because it's very neutral in its tone. Like, I can use it to contour, but you can also use it to bronze. It gives you a very bronze tour. I hate using that word because it's so stupid in my opinion. But I think it's a very beautiful powder to use for every day. I think it's really natural. It's not going to give you very sharp, defined cheekbones, but it is going to give you some depth to your skin. As well as the highlighter, I think it's a very beautiful, natural satin highlight. It's not too metallic, and it's not too glittery and glossy. It's very, very nice and satin. It almost reminds me of the Laura Mercier Matte Radiance highlighter. If you are a fan of those more gentler, more very minimal highlighters, this is a beautiful one to go for. I think even mature skin, this is a beautiful duo to go for. I think that they both look really natural, and you can easily build it up to as much color as you want. Hands down, will always recommend this. Also, the packaging is just to die for. Honestly, Charlotte Tilbury's complexion products, those are really the only products I've tried from her, or some of my favorite ones on the market, hands down. And so if you watch my channel for quite some time now, you've probably heard me mention this blush every now and then. This is the Marc Jacobs Air Blush. This is one of my favorite blushes on the market, still to this day, just because it gives a very soft, luminous finish to the skin. Oh my god, I am a huge fan of blush. Like, my blush collection is outrageous, but this is one that I always go back to just because it gives a slight glow to the cheeks. It has a nice satin finish. I don't really love matte blushes that don't really have any sheen to them because they just don't look really flattering. They don't look natural, whereas these look so natural. It literally looks like you just came in from the cold and your cheeks are naturally rosy. This is the shade Kink and Kisses, but he has a ton of other ones. I think Lines and Last Night is one that is kind of nudie, and I love that one. I really want to get that one. I don't know why I haven't yet, but there's so many other ones in his collection that are beautiful. If you go towards more of this end, you're going to get a more luminous highlighty finish, whereas you go more to this end, you're going to get more of the blush. It's made that way to give you a more draping effect to the cheeks, so if you love that natural or more editorial kind of style, you're going to really love these blushes a lot. And I've had this for about a couple, I want to say like over a year now, and I used it like almost every single day last year, and I haven't even hit pan yet. Like, there's so much in here, and I cannot rave about these enough. They are stunning. Quickly, I want to mention this eye primer from NARS. This is their Smudge-Proof eyeshadow base. Everybody always asks me like a really good eye primer to use, and I feel like a ton of people usually go towards the Urban Decay ones, but honestly, the NARS one has been a favorite of mine for years. I personally don't use it on my eyes because I have super veiny eyelids, and so I had to use a paint pot from MAC most of the time. But before I used the paint pot, this was my go-to, and this is actually my go-to that I use on clients. I always keep it in my kit because I know that no matter your age, no matter your skin type, this is a primer that's going to work for you. It goes on transparent, and it does not budge whatsoever. Anything you put on top of this, it's gonna stay there all night long. So I think my most asked question I get is, what is my favorite eyeshadow palette? And it's so hard to pick because there's so many different ones that I love, but if I had to like have only one palette in my collection, or if I was picking a palette to get married in, the one I would go for are the Sephora Pro palettes. These are $65. They are expensive. They are back now for holiday, and they have so many different ones. This is a warm neutral one, and I absolutely love this palette. Oh my god, I have an entire review on it. I will leave a link for it right up here if you guys want to check that out. There's swatches, tutorial, wear test, everything is in that video, so go and check that out. The formulation of these shadows are impeccable. Literally, they blend themselves out. I barely had to put any effort into them, and they have a ton of matte shades. Mainly, the thing I like about it is that they do resemble the Morphe palettes. However, I don't feel like there are browns in here that don't need to be in here. There's not like this one brown shade that's repeated 5 different times. They all have different undertones in it, and they all have a different variety and finish to them as well. I love the glitter shades. I feel like they pack a punch. I don't even need like Max Fix Plus with them or anything like that. But mainly the mattes are what sold me on this palette. But these are back now, and I would highly recommend picking these up during the sale just because they are $65, but they are definitely worth it. And this is like the only palette I would reach for if I could only have one palette in my collection. I do quickly want to mention the Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Pencils. I have 2 right here, and these are 2 that I just really love to wear. And I think that this is a brand that's quickly overlooked, and I definitely would make a pit stop at their gondola in the store during the sale. The formulation of these shadows are really beautiful. They blend like a dream, and they don't budge at all. I have a matte shade in the shade Terra, and it's just a beautiful warm brown. I can wear this all over the eye and just blend it out with a brush on the edges. It'll stay all day. It won't crease. I don't need a primer with them at all. And then their luminous finish ones are really great too. I have the shade Spirit, and it's just a really shimmery kind of mauve shade, but it's super, super pretty. Again, buff out's like a dream. They do set very quickly though. I will warn you about that. So figure out what kind of look you want to get out of them, and then it will set immediately. I wouldn't say they're not beginner friendly because you could wear all over the eye and it'd be done, but I would warn taking your time with them because they dry so quickly. For mascara, I do want to give a shout out to a latest launch because it has quickly taken over my heart. The NARS Climax mascara is one of my favorite ones right now. The packaging alone is gorgeous, but I love this formulation because I have had such a struggle with very voluminous mascaras that don't really lengthen as well. Like, I love the Milk Makeup Kush mascara, but I don't find that it gives a lot of length to my lashes. It gives a ton of volume, but if I want to lengthen them, I have to use a separate mascara. Whereas the NARS Climax one does them both so well. If I just wear a couple coats of it, it will give you just pure length and definition. But if I just kind of like wiggle it at the root, I get so much volume out of it. It's beautiful, and it's cry proof. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but I posted after I went to see A Star Is Born, and I like bawled. You guys, I was sobbing in the theater. I was so worried. You guys, like, I've been sitting there sobbing and crying my eyes out at the end, going through like tissues galore, thinking, holy crap, I didn't wear waterproof mascara. I'm gonna look like a hot mess when I walk out of this dark theater. I walked out though, and I realized that my mascara didn't budge at all. So PSA, heads up, the NARS Climax mascara is A Star Is Born Cry Waterproof, tested, approved, yeah. And this is not marketed as a waterproof mascara, so I was completely blown away by that. So not only is it smudge proof, it is cry proof. You are gonna be so fine wearing this mascara. Trust me, it is like 5-star review for me. So for liquid lipsticks, the NARS Powermatte lip pigments are the tits. That's just point blank. They're super thin in their formulation, so they're kind of watery, but they don't transfer whatsoever. Since they're super thin, they're not gonna get super crumbly or feel like they're cracking on your lips. They're really, really comfortable to wear for a long period of time. I will say if I'm eating, it will get all over my food, but I don't feel like it's going to get all over my face. I think if you like the formulation of the Fenty liquid lipsticks, you're going to really like these as well. They are a little bit more pricier, but I do like the applicator a little bit more since it's a little bit smaller and has a pointier edge. I feel like I can get a really precise application with it. Also, they have a super wide range. So again, if you like the Fenty liquid lipsticks, but there's not a shade in there that's your kind of color, go check out the NARS ones because I think you're gonna find one. And then the last two I have, I wanna quickly breeze through these two because you've heard me nonstop talk about my sheer lipstick obsessions. I am gonna do a video on all my favorite sheer lipsticks very, very soon. But two of them that I want to mention are two of my favorites. This one's a brand new one. I talked about this in a video like 2 videos ago, I think. This is the Fresh Sugar Tinted Lip Balms in the shade Spice. This just recently launched for fall, and I think that it is a beautiful terracotta nude. It's super, super pretty, and it's very sheer. Also has SPF 15 in it, and they're very, very hydrating on the lips, and I feel like they're not gonna like really accentuate any dryness that I have in my lips, because that's my biggest dilemma during the winter time. My lips get super dry. You can see like all my lip wrinkles. It's just not a cute look. Whereas this one really just does a deep hydration to it, so I feel like I'm getting a nice treatment to my lips while also wearing a very subtle shade on them. And then lastly, the YSL Tint-In-Balms are to die for. I definitely think that during the 20% off sale, it's a great time to pick them up because they are very pricey for a lipstick. I want to say it's like some $30-something for like a stupid lipstick, which is insane. But I love these so much. Like, this is like the lipstick I wear every single day. I'm almost finished with it, which is an achievement for me, hands down. Like, I never finished a lipstick. I've only finished one in my life, so that is a miracle. Let's just say that. But I wear this lipstick every single day. It's the shade 1 Nude, and it's just so beautiful. It gives a nice glossy sheen to your lips. It also hydrates it because it does have a balm in the center of it. If you are a sheer lipstick fan, definitely go check out the YSL Tint-In-Balms. The packaging is gorgeous on top of that, so you're gonna feel very luxurious wearing them, but definitely take advantage of using that 20% off to get a nice little discount on these. And that is it, guys. I feel like I talked 5,000 miles an hour during this video, so I'm so sorry about that. I'm running late and I had to go meet friends really quickly. It's Halloween, so I am trying to get this video out for you guys. But I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. Let me know what you're going to be picking up during the sale in the comments down below. And while you're at it, make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Also hit the notification bell so you can get notified for when I upload. I'm getting back into uploading once a week. Aren't you so excited? And that is it for me today, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are, and I will catch you guys later. Bye-bye!